Aloha. I'm Cullen Hayashida with the Kupuna Connections television program, and we are, as usual, having a program with regards to the elders in Hawaii, and we are viewable every week on Saturdays. This week we are fortunate to have a discussion on exercising with others, the Silver Sneakers program, and I'm very happy that we have with us one of the exercise and trainers here in Hawaii by the name of Patricia Baker. So Patricia, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Cullen.
Okay, so perhaps you can share a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So my name's Patricia Baker, and I'm the instructor coordinator for Hawaii for the Healthways program, the Silver Sneakers fitness program. And training the instructors, making sure workshops are available, also running classes.
Okay, so basically what we wanted to do was to talk about active aging and the importance of exercise with regards to active aging. And clearly today we've got more and more people that are becoming older adults. The numbers of seniors are growing by large numbers. And there's always this question as to, how can we remain well and fit? And the question with regards to exercise always comes up. And maybe if you can share a little bit about why exercise and how does that benefit or how does it help the aging population?
Sure, there are a number of ways. I have some slides to show you.
Sure.
That
okay.
we can get into a more general sense.
Okay.
And then go into the details.
Let's look at some of these slides. Okay, so what do you see here?
Okay, so overall present health. We have a study run by Silver Sneakers that shows that overall nationally, the seniors, they compare seniors who don't exercise versus the ones who do exercise, and they show an overall improvement by 13% for excellent over the 6% who said that their health were excellent. Very good, 45% versus 24%.
Okay, let's look at the next one here. Now, what do we see here?
Changes in physical health. So the majority of members that reported improving their overall physical health, everyone who exercised versus the ones who did not showed an overall physical health change. It could be blood pressure, cholesterol.
Okay.
Changes in emotional health. That measures their overall well-being, how happy they are, how social they're feeling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So just by exercising, you get to feel better as well.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. With those endorphins running, yes.
Yes, okay. And here, what do we see here?
Healthy days. So overall, the ones who exercised, how healthy they were physically, colds, illnesses, how their joints may be feeling, and also mental showed an improvement.
So you got fewer days when you are not feeling well. So here in
Correct.
2010 and 2011, those that are not feeling well physically, it's like 3 days or 2 days for those in this particular program. Nationally, it's
Yes.
Twice as many, it seems, yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
And pain levels.
Pain levels. So with exercise, there's usually an increase in pain levels. This graph shows here that with arthritis pain, the exercise improved. It improved their arthritis pain with the exercise, as well as lower back pain and the sciatica.
Ah,
So-
okay. So all of these basically point to the importance, I guess, of exercise, that it just has a very positive effect in terms of your emotion, in terms of your overall well-being, your pain level, and all of these other things. Can you kind of share other things that it seems to have an effect on?
Sure. So overall, the aerobic capacity, meaning how much oxygen is provided to the lungs and hearts, greatly improves with exercise. Also, a decrease in blood pressure, maintains equilibrium in the blood sugar for those with diabetes. Body fat and weight maintain a healthy range. Also, building of bone density, very important for those with osteoporosis.
Right.
And as we age as well, muscle mass declines, decreases.
right.
So it maintains muscle mass, and sometimes it provides gains and also provides strength.
I think people even sleep better too, don't you think?
Absolutely. You sleep better. Also, the social aspect of exercising, too. Everyone has a common goal. They all want to get fit. They bring their friends.
Now, when you talk about exercise, are we just talking about one type of exercise? I mean, are there different kinds of exercise? What do you say to that?
There are different types of exercises. So there's exercises, you hear cardio. What's cardio?
What is that?
Cardio, the aerobic capacity, providing the oxygen towards the lungs and the heart. And then you have the muscular strength range of motion classes, which increases strength. Anything that's weight bearing builds the muscle mass, bone density. You have flexibility type of exercises, yoga, stretching, increases joint mobility. So there are different ones. Balance, agility, and coordination, very important for our aging population for fall prevention.
So, when you talk about balance, I
Yes.
mean, what can you do as far as exercising and balance? I mean, what do you do?
You can do things, anything that you take your foot off of the floor, it's a balance move. So standing on one leg, maybe putting one foot in front of the other.
That's considered an exercise.
It's considered an exercise, believe it or not, yes.
So, give me some other examples with regards to some of these various kinds of exercises that you're talking about.
Sure. So for aerobic exercise, one could take a group class. You know, you have a bunch of classes out there offered at the gyms. You could do treadmill running. For our aging population, walking's always a good one. Muscular strength, range of motion, anything with hand weights or using their own body's resistance. Without weights, something simple as a squat, just getting up and down, works their muscles, increases their strength. Flexibility, yoga, and stretching is good for that mobility in the joints. Balance, coordination, agility, things like the standing on the one leg or doing a tightrope walk, one foot in front of the other. Coordination, maybe one arm up, one arm down. How well can you work your mind for coordination? Also, speed is a factor. We call that speed and power. So it's the reaction time. Like in a class, you might have tempo changes. You'll hear someone say, okay, let's do single bicep curls. So that's all single count. Then slow it down. Can you slow that down? Because that increases reaction time, awareness, which is useful like if you're going to cross the road. How fast can one stop if a car comes? Reaction time, response time.
I see. Well, you know, one of the things about exercise is that I've told people this, you know, and I'm over at the community college, right? That I can give a good lecture about exercise, but you know, don't follow my behavior because oftentimes I'm not practicing what I preach, you know. Now, so it's something that everyone knows that is good for you.
Correct.
But how do you get, you know, the you can bring a, you know, it's like bringing the horse to the trough, you know, to water, but how can you get somebody to drink, you know, and actually to participate? This is a tough one, huh?
It is a tough one. Most common what I see is someone coming to, say, one of the classes, and they're having such a good time, whether, it might not just be about the exercise, it's about making friends, the social aspect, and they enjoy that so much that they'll tell their friends or bring their friends. That's usually how more people start coming. It's
Okay,
word of mouth.
Okay, yeah, so in a sense, it's you form a group, and it's a kind of a group pressure in a well, maybe not necessarily group pressure.
I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
So, you know, everyone has a common goal. They want to get healthier, you know, and also, too, a lot of our aging population, they're retired. They don't want to stay home all day. They want friends. They want to have some type of social interaction with other people. So bringing that healthy aspect, we're all going to work out, we can go eat lunch after, and just having that friendship bond is a wonderful way to invite people to that exercise.
So some people like to do things on their own, others like to do things in groups.
Yes.
And this program that you're part of emphasizes this group approach.
Correct.
Right. So So is this something that you found to be particularly beneficial? You know, I mean, in what way has this been, effective?
Well, I see people coming to class, they have a good time, they enjoy the company. Even new people that will come, you can tell who the new ones are because they're a little quieter than the others. They're kind of observing. But after a couple times that they come, everyone's so nice and so inviting, and they're so encouraging. And the aging population, they don't hold back. They'll say things. I mean, to welcome people, and because of the common goals, everyone wants to come back every week. It's the same group of people, and then they'll invite other people to come.
So usually they come on their own, or do they come with someone else for the first time?
For the first time, I usually see someone bringing in someone, if it's by word of mouth. Now, the other ways that they come in, usually if they have a gym membership, people will peek in, and maybe they won't try it. So it usually has to be someone inviting them in. Another way is with the health insurance. If they sign up with their health insurance, they'll come in, they might be a little apprehensive, and most times they do come with somebody else. They'll bring a friend or spouse or a caretaker. So, and then it just grows from there.
Do you form a club sort of type of activity such that you do other things besides exercise? Maybe a holiday party or potluck, like you say?
Some of the clubs, the participating locations that we have, they do form those. So those depend upon the club itself, the ones that have the classes. But you do see little groups form within, and they do things on the outside.
I see. So these I guess these group formations are a good thing in terms of sort of encouraging people to, and then perhaps supporting them as they make those positive gains in their health.
Absolutely.
I see.
Absolutely.
I see. So what else would you say are some of the let's say, you have some slides as well,
I
some
do.
pictures, and perhaps we should see some of this, and maybe you can kind of tell us a little bit about what they refer to.
Okay.
How about looking at some of these
Absolutely.
pictures here? So what are we looking at here?
Okay, so a gentleman on a treadmill. This could be viewed as our Silver Sneakers program. He could be a Silver Sneakers member. Perhaps he doesn't want to go to a Silver Sneakers class.
Okay.
But if you sign up in a participating location that has other amenities, you're welcome to use the other amenities. So the pool, the treadmills, if they have a sauna, all of that. Also, there are some participating locations that do not hold classes. This could be one of those type of facilities as well.
I see. Okay. And here, what do we see here?
This could be our typical Silver Sneakers warm up.
Okay.
It's part of our class structure.
I see. I see. Okay. And this would be.
This could be a cool down, part of the Silver Sneakers class. It could be a cool down or a stretching portion.
Okay. Okay.
This looks like he's on a pull down machine. So this could be using the gym amenities as well.
Okay. Okay. And depends on the location.
It does.
I see. Okay. So one of the things that you mentioned with regards to this particular program is this group orientation.
Yes.
Yeah? Anything else that's kind of unique in terms of the approach, the philosophy, or what would you say?
So with Silver Sneakers, we greatly focus on incorporating active daily living, or considered ADLs is the acronym for that, into our class formats. So active daily living movements, such as an overhead press with weights, would be reaching to the top of the shelf. Or you could say with the ball, we use equipment for our class. So with the ball, turning the doorknob, picking up grocery bags. So we try to incorporate what they do on a daily basis into our movements. And we do require our instructors, we train our instructors to do that in the classes.
Now, before they get started, do you do a kind of an assessment of their condition or anything of that sort?
Their health insurance usually takes care of all of that. Before they can join a program, they should have a
How
sign
about
up.
goals? You know, I mean, let's say a person is overweight. Do you weigh them beforehand and weigh them regularly, or
Not for our regular Silver Sneakers program. They usually work individually with their physician on that. For instance, like I have members that have come in and said, I just had my physical, and can you believe it? My cholesterol level has gone down. I don't need medication, and I've lost so much weight. And just those changes just from coming to class. They may not do anything else during the week, but come to those classes, and to hear that, so remarkable.
I see, okay. So give us a rundown with regards to what the typical day is like, as far as, if one were to go to a program and come in, well, what can one expect?
Okay, so for our regular Silver Sneakers class, here on the islands we run, which is called the MSROM, which is Muscular Strength Range of Motion or Range of Movement classes, is what you'll see at our participating locations. Run twice a week. They'll come in, it's a chair-based class. They have the option to use the chair or not. Some of them like to work out of the chair, but they have it there for balance, for support. We also use hand weights, a light set of hand weights, some tubing, resistance tubing, and we also use a small, soft, inflatable ball that you can grip.
How many people are in this class that you're talking about, on average?
On average, I'd say anywhere between 30 and 50 people,
That
sometimes
many?
60, yes.
Okay.
Yes, so we have,
And the range of age?
wow, the range of age, you could go, I've had some people as young as 45 because maybe they've hurt their shoulder and they're in there to rehabilitate. I have 80-year-olds in there. So, I mean, and the emotions that these seniors or the aging population are capable of is awesome. So you can challenge them. Don't let them fool you. You can challenge them. They can do a lot of things. So when they come in and they see the chair,
Okay.
a lot of them are going to fall back on that chair. Not literally, but, oh, it's a chair-based class. It should be easy. But you find out what they're capable of, and you challenge them. As an instructor, you know your class. You start to give them little challenges.
So when you start the class, everybody does the same thing. You
Warm up,
warm up.
and then we do a
What
range.
does warm up constitute?
Just to get the heart rate, the body moving a bit. We use a exertion chart of 1 to 10. You never want to get to 10 or even past 8. But when you first walk into a room, say you're at 1 or 2, you want to work them to about a 3.
How do you do that?
Marching, warming up
Marching.
the shoulders, opening up the chest, starting to move the legs. So large muscle groups, smaller muscle
Standing
groups.
in place and walking.
You can stand or sit. Any of the movements can be done in the chair.
Okay.
So you start with the warm-up, then we have range of motion stretching, just to loosen up the joints. And then we use the 3 tools. So we could start with the hand weights first and do some active daily motions with that. And then we move on to, say, the tubing. Then we move on to the ball. And then we go back to cool down to get the heart rate down.
Okay.
Then back to range of motion stretching. And then we have relaxation at the end.
I see.
So that is your typical class format.
And that usually lasts approximately
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour.
It's kind of hard to stop at an hour for some of us
Really?
instructors.
Really?
You look at the time, you're like, oh my goodness, we're past the time.
Oh, so some of them break out in sweat then?
Oh, they do. Yes.
So
Yeah,
it's a good workout.
It
then.
is.
Wow.
It is.
And then they have a chance to socialize afterwards.
Or before, yes.
Or before, and that sort of
Or
adds to
during.
adds to the bonding and encouragement, I suppose, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you have members setting up chairs for their friends because, Bob's coming, or David's coming, or Mary's coming. And they'll set that chair up and, with the expectation the person's going to show up.
Yeah. So how many of these locations are there on Oahu?
So our participating locations that offer classes, we have the biggest club is 24 Hour Fitness. So several of those locations, including Maui, We have that one as well. Anyone goes to Outer Islands. Also, we have the Oahu Club in Hawaii, and we have Kauai Athletic Club.
So when you talk about these locations or facilities, 24-hour fitness, for example, are you talking about just one class or multiple classes?
This particular class, MS ROM, Muscular Strength Range of Motion class and Range of Movement class, runs twice a week on schedule. Sometimes, I believe the Windward location does have 3 a week because of their class
The
size.
number of
Yes.
classes that are going on.
Yes.
I see. Wow, that's good to know. So tell us a little bit about the cost of this service. I mean, so people come and you come twice a week. What does it normally run to participate in a class like this?
There's 2 ways to participate or be a Silver Sneakers member. The first way, gym membership. So someone who's bought into the gym membership have access to the classes and to the amenities. Now, another way, which is just amazing, is through the health insurances. The health insurances provides their members these benefits at no cost.
And which ones are they?
HMSA, Humana, and United Healthcare. So those are the 3 that people can call and check to see if that's in their plan. But they'll provide it at no cost. And with that comes the use of, say they sign up at a 24-hour fitness, they can use all the amenities, go to any of the classes based on just their membership, their health plan.
Oh, now, let's say if you're not a member of the health plan and
Okay.
There's a cost associated with this particular
Then you
program.
would do a gym membership.
Oh, so you can't simply sign up with this particular program.
No, it's either through the health insurance or through the gym membership.
Okay. Now, but some of your facilities are not in the gym per se, are they? Or are they all?
They are all in a exercise facility. So some of our participating locations don't offer classes. So those clubs are particularly Curves, YMCA, and also the Punahou Fitness Club. So they don't have the classes on schedule, but they will take somebody who is a Silver Sneakers member and say, yes, you're welcome to use our facility.
Oh, okay.
No
okay.
cost.
Oh, okay, okay. So usually it's through that type of an arrangement rather than paying for this particular service. per se.
Correct.
Oh, which is a nice benefit. Then.
Benefit.
Yeah, for health insurance. So for older adults out there, it makes a lot of sense for them to look at their insurance and say, hey, people want to live a long life,
Absolutely.
but it's not just a matter of living longer; it's a matter of living healthy, right?
Yes.
And remaining engaged. And as you pointed out, by participating and doing these sorts of things, it's not just physical health, but it's emotional health and your social health, and you just generally feel better. And
Yes.
so your ability perhaps to continue to remain engaged with your children and your grandchildren and the community is it's better than medicine in many respects.
Absolutely. I mean, just overall well-being. Yes.
Do you have any examples of somebody that you can think of that had gone through a program like this and had really benefited from something?
I see a lot of people in my classes.
Tell me a story.
Well, let's see. Well, I have a gentleman in my class. He was overweight. He's lost so much weight, and he in particular had said that, went to the doctors and my levels are great. I thought I'd have to go on medication, and I don't, because all I need to do is keep working out. And it's eating right as well, eating the right. It's in conjunction. But getting the bodies to move, like you said, it's hard to get that started.
Yes.
And once you get that started, once you say you like the group fitness aspect of it, that social aspect kicks in. It keeps you coming back. He's made great friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's so much easier to go when you have others that you can go with.
Absolutely. Or, you're used to seeing someone every week, a group of people, and everyone's laughing and having fun, and they're joking, and, it's great.
Oh, okay, that's great. So let's see now, if people wanted to call you, and of course we didn't want to use your personal cell phone number, of course, but how can, and they wanted to know a little bit more about this particular program. And of course, there's many other programs out there, but
Sure.
we certainly wanted to share some things about the silver sneakers because it's still relatively new, but it's a great benefit to the community. How can they get in touch with you folks?
Okay. I
Okay.
have information on this slide
We
here.
have it on the screen there. Yeah. So, go ahead.
So phone number 888-423-4632,
Okay.
or on our website at www.silversneakers.com.
Now, if they were to call this number, this is a toll-free number. They're talking to someone possibly on the mainland. Now, what do they tell them?
They can say, I'm out in Hawaii
Okay.
and I would like more information on the Silver Sneakers program. And the person who answers the phone should be able to direct them to which health plans
Okay.
are involved.
Okay.
They can also find participating locations.
Now, so if you go to the website,
Yes.
and many of our older adults may not have access to the computer, but they may have friends or perhaps their adult children that might be able to help them. So if they go to the website, they'll be able to find specific locations in Hawaii where this activity is going on.
Absolutely, they should be able to find that. I would recommend they call just to make sure
Okay.
because sometimes the participating locations change.
Okay, okay, okay. Now we're just about out of time right now, so let me ask you, now the viewers have seen and heard a lot from you.
Yes.
But we want to leave the viewers with one last tip or recommendation. What would that be?
My advice would be
Yes,
every little bit helps.
every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps. So let's create a healthier way of living one step at a time.
One step at a time.
That's right.
Sounds like exercise to me. Okay. All right. That's about all the time that we have. So thank you very much, Patricia Baker from Silver Sneakers. And we hope that we can get more people encouraged to participate in exercise and having an active lifestyle. Aloha.